Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathologic. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in front of the cathedral. Is that the correct time? I don't think it is the correct time. That looks like it is afternoon, but it is morning. We just woke up, and look at that, flying buttresses. Interesting. I'm not sure they would do that, because those are done up there, not down here, but still. Interesting looking things. We need to come over here because we are gonna... Oh, that's money that I keep getting, I think. Because we need to come over here to talk to Georgie, I believe. I've been looking at the map, and zooming in does help. This is the Crucible. I think that's always the Crucible. The mansion of Georgie Kane, Simon Kane's brother. We need to talk to him first, and then we're gonna need to talk to Maria Kane. Is there anybody home? I'm kind of just bursting in. Oh, look at that. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir? Oh, your sister... Is that your sister? Is that a wife? I don't know.
Few people know death. We only endure it, usually from determination, and even from stupidity and custom.
Well, thank you. That wasn't what he was saying, though, but few people know death. Yes. Anyway, most venerable doctor, he says, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator... The creator? Really? Keeper and embodiment of all that surrounds us has been murdered? The immortal man? Oh, I can't believe it. It can't be. My brother was murdered last night, he says, under the strangest of circumstances. But for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude. That's, I suppose, rectitude is as in, you know, straightness. And an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who was this? Who was the visitor? Someone you know quite well. The man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidore Burak. Was he not the very person to advise you come here as well? The very person to advise you to come here as well? Well, I would have told you that I'd been brought here by the hand of fate not so long ago, a naive man that I was. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a list that could have displeased our family. Oh yeah, we can look at our letters, apparently. Yeah. It took a risk, not a list. It took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Let's not care about fate right there, but what do you mean? Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. Doubly regrettable. Doubly regrettable. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it is indeed. My sincerest condolences to you. Is there anything I can do to help? Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed. It seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. I will help you in every way I can. Well, yeah, if I'm trying to achieve immortality by studying his brother, then I suppose. Yeah, let's see what that is. I'm convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate indeed, or that fate intended for you personally. Message that fate intended? Oh, the message, yeah. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. Well, that's good then. That would have been strange, to say the least. Okay, so I need to go over there to talk to Victor, but first I'm gonna talk to Maria. We also have that over there. Okay, thank you. Can I talk to you again?
The town will meet its death at the hand of Simon's murderer. That much is certain.
Well, hopefully not. Is it certain? Well, I hope it's not. Which of the locals could help me? Whose words can be trusted? I don't know how long you have to remain here, Doctor. You are most welcome to be my guest, even though I won't try to keep you. While you are here, though, and especially since you are trying to find out the truth, it is my duty to offer you a piece of advice. Yeah, I would be most grateful for it. This remote place has a history of its own. There is not enough time to retell it to you, which is unfortunate, since it is the background of the town that may possibly justify some local conventions that will most likely seem barbaric to an educated person like yourself. What traces did history leave in your society, then? There are 3 truths that rule this town, 3 origins, 3 ideas if you like. For several generations, these 3 powers have been in conflict with each other. I suspect none of them can exist without the other 2, yet each of them still strives to dominate. Each of them has its own voice too. I have studied philosophy at university and I take it far more seriously than some of my colleagues, however. However, I failed to see its usefulness at the time. It's not about philosophy at all, Dr. Dankovsky. What I'm going to tell you has some direct practical benefit to it. Perhaps my word will even help you survive. Really, I'm all ear then. All ears. Then these voices are the ruling families, he says. The co-owners of the Bull Project, who have been ruling the town for almost 2 centuries. Each one of the truths they represent is screaming at the top of its lungs, and in so doing travesties whatever value it carries. So how does it do that? Who are they? The first voice is the Saburovs. The second is the Olginskis. The third one is us, the Canes. Oh, it's the families, okay. We are the 3 heads of one beast. Each of the clans will offer their own understanding of what is going on. Each of the 3 will use their own voices and the voices of their followers to lie and distort the truth. We cannot exist otherwise. However, in doing so, we will inadvertently reveal the entirety of the truth to anyone who would listen. To all of you, I guess, yeah. So, you suggest I believe you? I suggest you believe no one. Perhaps I'm the only one of these 3 rulers that would ask you to disregard his very words. If nothing else, I hope it will win me your favor. At least I am offering you honest advice. You should never trust any of us completely. Neither the Canes, nor the Olginskis, nor the Saburovs. I don't trust anyone blindly. That goes against my principles. Furthermore, he says, each of us will try to paint a rather ungainly picture of the other 2. Most likely we will feel you in on the negative sides of each other faction and withhold anything that is good about them. That is inevitable. None of us will stoop to outright slander, so everything that will be said will most likely be true, but this truth will be one-sided and incomplete. Listen carefully to what we say and take it into account. Well, your words are a pleasant surprise, Judge. The stories of the evil, he says, that the Canes have unleashed onto this world are partially true. Do not feel obliged to act in our favor. As you can see, I will stop before nothing to ensure an unbiased investigation. The lack of prejudice I want to instill in you is the one and only reason why I am making a confession like this. I do not want my brother to have died in vain. Well, here our desires concur, Judge. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I don't know what the bottom left corner of the screen shows. I think that might be like a save thing, the autosave. I could actually look. So if I click on load, there's no autosave, so let's do this. And let's go. I can't sprint. There's no sprint button. I can look at the letters though. Oh, that. I think this pauses the game. I guess we can mess with it in a little bit. There's a back door? No. How do I get in there? I need to remember that I can't sprint. This is Maria's house. Oh, she doesn't like mirrors either. Oh, that's a painting. I love that. I love that so much. I really like that art style. Oh, she has daggers and swords made of wood. Ooh, we have nothing over here. Oh, I have a torch, by the way. I can press F to light a torch. Miss Maria, is it okay if I come in? Oh, hi. Excuse me. Oh, she's really pretty. She's really pretty. Hi.
What?
Oh, she doesn't say much. You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor, she says. Well, I am an adventurer. I saw you in a dream, she says. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. With what? She likes just... I don't actually remember how my character looks. Anyway. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. Cruel words. But also honest, she says. What's so bad about it anyway? The strong manipulate the weak when they want to. Well, then it is all in my hands, I guess.
The Saburovs' wait is over. They've always wanted an heir.
Now they have it? She's a Kane, but Saburovs, of course, being one of the other families. Now listen closely, she says. The time for collusion, secrets, and alliances has come. I'm going to ask something of you. I'm not used to that. I'm used to holding the reins, but you are not harnessed, so it would be unacceptable to address you in this manner. I find solace in the fact that my request will be welcome with you. It fits the style of your venture. Yes, you... let's not go with that, though. I'm not an adventurer. There's no reason to make her angry. I'm not an adventurer, and my job is no venture. I hope it never becomes... No, actually, I'm gonna go with the second one. So this is not actually me role-playing a character that I make up. It's me role-playing the character that I'm playing as. So it's sort of more... it's closer to what you see, for example, in The Witcher, where you're always playing Geralt. This one, we're always playing Dankovsky. So, yeah, he's got his own personality. Let's go with this one. Yeah, you'd better be polite. He seems to be... Yeah, he's very much sort of a... He's pushy. I don't take kindly to orders. I am a creature of liberty. Okay, so he's... I think that's not pushy. That's just being a jerk. Like, I'm a creature of this! No, you're not. Shut up. I apologize if my words come across as mangled and silly, she says. I'm truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfless humility. Just imagine me begging and kneeling, and believe me, I do feel that way, she says. Man, no, that's a quick turnaround. No need to kneel. What, did you want to talk about? Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened a score of irreplaceable victims. Soon their number will multiply. I beg you to preserve the lives of several people when the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. Okay, how? I had a vision. Oh, no, how will I intervene? Oh, look at her. She's like, I am clairvoyant, she says. I will become the nocturnal queen soon, just like my beloved sorceress mother used to be. So you want me to take care of them? And to turn back the wheel that is about to crush us? Yes, this is my last hope. Perhaps at least you are master of your fate? Even Simon cannot boast titles. This title now. Well, no, he certainly can't, because he's dead. I'm only staying here for a day or two anyway. I'm not that good at separating the interweaving lines of life, but my intuition is superb. Stay alert, bachelor. Watch the condemned extend their hands towards you begging for your help. Will you deny it to them? They are essential for your victory. Well, that's out of the question, Maria. I fight, lose, and win on my own. That doesn't matter. That was destined to happen. What was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know. These people are bound to you. Bound? There is a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different, higher purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap, in one way or another. Yeah, I get the impression that she might be saying that they are about to die. That kind of goes in line with what she said before. That's why we call them simply the bound. But how is their fate bound to mine? Did you say my victory depended on them? How? I don't know. I'm not a mistress yet. The future is not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of their precise knowledge devoid of words and images. These people are bound to you. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Well, she says take care of them as if I want them to die, basically. Are you clairvoyant or something? She did say that. Yes. You haven't been told, have you? It didn't even cross your mind that someone may be unaware of my abilities. No one here dares doubt them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I'm learning to see the future and transform the present. Forgive me, but I don't believe in this type of phenomenons. Will you comply with my request? Will you save the lives of the people I named to you? Answer me before going back to Eva. How do you know that Eva has asked me to come back? I know Eva. She wants to safeguard you from my nocturnal intrigues, doesn't she? She strives to touch the mysteries of our family, to learn the game we're playing. Well, talk to her. Perhaps you too will manage to uncover some bits of pieces of the Kane's dark conspiracy against humanity. But you haven't given me an answer. What will it be? Wait a minute, what? The Kane's dark conspiracy against humanity? That's not okay. Okay, I will do as you ask, Maria. I mean, if she's saying that, then she might be trustable. My honor bids me to, and you'd be better off not giving me cheek. You want to like me when I'm angry. Whatever happens to these people, no, these people must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They may well hold the keys to my victory in their hands. Oh my God! Okay, I have a name here. I have a notepad here. So we have Georgie, and we have Victor. So let me write it over there. I'm writing it down. And we have Andrei Stamatin. I don't know that guy. Andrei Stamatin? Yeah. Stamatin. I don't know. And then we have Peter over there. And that is a very short name. Oh, no. It's Stamatin as well. So that's Kane. Okay, Kane. Okay, I'm writing it down to make sure I remember. Maria Kane, of course. Eva Yan. Yeah, of course. I imagined Eva was gonna need... Why do I need to keep her alive, though? I mean, she's just the owner of the house I'm sleeping in. And Mark Immortel. That's not a foreboding name at all. I mean, he's very pleased with himself, and that's good. So, Mark Immortel. Good. I hope the time has paused. Okay. Can I say... Thank you. Okay. Now, let's see if she moves when I press L. She does not. Good. My dear Bachelor Dadkovsky, this is Isidor Burak's message, and then I don't have the other ones. I get the feeling that we're gonna get these as we progress through the game. Let's see. It was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be have intentions of shutting down the laboratory that owes its fame largely to our research in the field of thanatology. This is new stuff. We haven't read this one. Is it true that your detractors have rendered your studies scientifically stillborn? Rejoice, Bachelor. Yeah, I definitely haven't heard that term before. For there is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. This case, were you to document it, would go a long ways towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. Okay, that sounds about right. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. This man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is plausible. It is, well, he died. But that was murdered, though. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it without what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay, there is a sensational discovery to be made here, a breakthrough that would not only save your laboratory, but also revivify your studies, and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidor Burak. Yeah. So this is the letter that I was sent. Yeah, that Georgie told us about and I hadn't read. P.S. I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Well, I'm gonna get out of this neck of the woods. Actually, wait a minute. Can I talk to you again, miss?
Oh, Mother. Why can't you be here with us?
We the Canes have always been out of touch with mundane reality, she says, but we are driven by love. Love can be furious, funny, and blind, and there's never a need to make excuses for it, is there? Well, there's plenty of need. So what exactly did you see in the dream of yours, the one that had to do with me? A truly terrifying battle is ahead of you. If no one has ever told you about your fate, I will be the first. You must know that I admire you in advance, regardless of the outcome. You will fight a foe that few can defeat. Regardless of the outcome? Well, you will clash with your foe like a dragon slayer, but your weapon will turn against you. Striking at the heart, you will end up with your own flesh torn. Every drop of blood you squeeze out of that heart will turn into a gulp of yours. If your foe escapes you, penetrates you, or saddles you, you will hear malicious laughter in your ears, and my crestfallen weeping. So it's about the murderer. Well, I'll make them regret your tears, I guess, whoever they are. Yeah, the weeping for a brother, I suppose? Or for me being penetrated and saddled? That doesn't sound, Okay, well, sure, her smile is so weird. Her smile is just, it's like she knows more. She knows other stuff. What are you guys doing here again? Hi. There is something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about when you speak to the Bound. Please choose your words carefully. Do not worry, you will easily be able to make out what kind of person is standing before you. An observant man that you are. Right. So use that skill when dealing with a Bound. Some of them are indeed worth insulting, whereas others need to be treated with utmost respect. Well, if I ever engage in conversation with someone, it won't be for personal gain. Each conversation will bring you a small profit, depending on the outcome, of course. What do you mean? Every line you utter will have consequences. News spread rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you'll have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you'll receive a warmer welcome in the north. They will heed every word you say, and you'll be rewarded. Not by the means of money, I suppose? A handful of money. It's not a dialogue fee, don't get me wrong. Never refuse to take small sums of money from the Bound. That would not belittle you in any fashion, but would rather demonstrate that you appreciate the local customs. Well, thank you very much. That's very helpful to hear. I'll keep local customs in mind. Okay, I want to save the game here, but I also want to go to Victor Kane's house. That's not that. Victor Kane is that one. Hey, man. How's it going? The town is small and rather unexceptional, isn't it? Well, it looks very cool, though. But yeah. But there are all kinds of people here. The simple folk, the more remarkable ones, the former will tell you more than they know. The latter know way more than they're ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory depends on them. Who are these remarkable people? There are 20-something of them, easily distinguished by their lodgings or their presence. They're called many names: the Bound, the Fated, the Adherents, the Gobo Staglur, the Town Circle. Simon preferred their company to any other. Why? Because it is they that will decide the fate of this town. Don't be distracted by the fact that some of them look insignificant or disreputable. They will earn their worth. You just give them time. They're the most important joints of the town. And why are you telling me this? Well, each day one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each one that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to victory to the grave. Mind that the keys are yours, while the grave is theirs. Others will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to condemn someone who may get in your way. Okay, how do we know that what is helpful and what gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints would be cheating. Shutting up now. Allow me to conclude then. Each Bound you save will influence the finale of your adventure. Each of them has their own goals and motives. It may so happen that those who seek a different ending survive, and then you've been warned, he says. Yeah, I won't do anything to anyone until I get to the bottom of what goes on here. That is my plan anyway. I don't really want to achieve ultimate victory, as it were, with this character necessarily. Because, of course, metagame knowledge is a thing, because I suppose the other campaigns take place in here from a different perspective. I don't really know where the others come in, but still. Okay. Let's go in here. Am I in the right spot? I am not in the right spot. Totally not in the right spot. It's interesting that these houses have their back to each other. Yeah, that one looks pretty cool over there, that house. Okay, let's go in and let's have a chat with Victor. This is the crazy one, if I remember correctly. His house looks normal. Oh, he seems very normal, apart from that statue over there. Excuse me, sir. May I? Oh, you have a door over here. I didn't see that.
Perhaps Olgimsky is setting a trap for this newly arrived Haruspect.
That's me. Huh. That's just, not slander, but I guess, aggravation towards the other family. The famous Dr. Dankovsky. Your arrival is a great honor to us. Victor Kane at your service. Well, Daniel Dankovsky, it's yours. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. Our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. Don't worry, it's fine.
It's like something is pulling my strings.
I wonder. How can I help, he asks. Well, Georgie has told me everything, which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. So, you have agreed to help us? Yeah, I have. May I ask why? Well, we share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance upon the one that robbed me and my work of a future. I am prepared to answer any questions you may have, he says. Well, when was Simon last seen? We sent Isidore home. Then... Okay, Isidore. I'm actually not... Isidore, that's the guy that sent me the letter, right? Okay. Then an hour later, he came to this hall to see us. Oh, he was here. Okay, good. He announced his plans to withdraw to the Focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the Focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then, in the morning, he was found dead. Why no meat or water? Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom with the local people. This is very like him. Wait a minute, that's... An hour later, he came. So he sent Isidore home. Then he came. This is all about Simon, of course. He came to this hall to see us. He announced these plans to withdraw to the Focus. I suppose that Focus has got to do with magic, but because that's how he usually is. But I suppose that's also his resting chambers and stuff. And receive no one. Not to approach the Focus and fast for a week. And then in the morning he was found dead. I kind of want to know where he was found dead. But what about the water, the meat and the water? Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom with local people. This is very like him. So he knew in advance he would die. Yeah, that's kind of the point here. I think, between me and you, that this is precisely what my brother Gregory fears. I can say nothing more about that. So how was the body discovered? The servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken. I think no one has touched the body. It is currently inside the Focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. What's this Focus place? It's hard to explain. It's his study, if you will. An extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory, almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. I don't get it. Well, it's like an equation, or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there. Take my word for it. Well, Simon did get in there somehow. Well, he could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town revered him. Okay, so... Did Simon exist at all? That's a good point, actually. If this is a metaphorical place, how did he even get in there? Is that his mind castle or something? How can I help you? Tell me. Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you feel the need to. Look for the murderer, doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. So Isidore is the only lead? How can I find him? Yeah. I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them ever being a person. Even being a person? Yeah. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. Fate? I don't believe in fate. Okay, so that over there this is where Isidore Burak lives. But I don't know where the Focus is. That's gonna be a long track over there. Well,
it's like something is pulling my strings.
Yeah, I can't tell. I can't ask him things. But there we go. We have a lead, and we have a murderer in our hands. But also, we have the end of the episode because we're out of time. So we're going to the other side of town and trying to hurry because time is always of the essence. And this house is really pretty. That's the one I was looking at. But anyway, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this this has been Pathologic. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.